والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه أما بعد. Then we have reached the 20th ayah from Surah al-Fajr, where Allah Azza wa Jal continuing discussing the behaviors of those who have doubts regarding Islam and do not understand how Allah distributes His provisions, that they are a test, whether He gives you or He restricts them, whether He opens them up and provides for you almost without measure, or He restricts from you. All of this is a test. It may be that a person is made rich and it's not good for him. Rather, that money causes him to go astray. We've seen and heard stories like this. And it may be that a person is made rich because if he was poor, he would go astray. So Allah makes one person rich in order to guide him, and He makes one person poor in order to guide him. And then He began speaking about the attitude of those people who have this misconception. And He said that they do not honor the orphans, nor do they encourage one another to feed the poor. And they eat the inheritance of those who they're in charge of, the women and the children mainly, those who are weak. And they eat or devour and consume that inheritance in plenty. وَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا. وَتُحِبُّونَ, and they love, and you love, al-mal, you love wealth, حُبًّا, a love, jamma, an abundant love. You love wealth with an abundant love. وَتُحِبُّونَ, to love, from ha ba, tuhibbuna, you, plural, love, al-mal, wealth, hubban, with a love, jamma, meaning here an abundance, with an abundant love. As for how it's translated in the Noble Quran, just give me 1 second. Then it says, and you love wealth with much love, and you love wealth with much love, and you love wealth with an abundant love, much love, same thing. As for the grammar, and this is a very simple grammar. Wa is harfu atf. تحبون is فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ثبوت النون, and the واو is في محل رفع فاعل. المال مفعول به منصوب. حبا is مفعول مطلق منصوب, and جمع is not منصوب. It is a not for حبا. It is a sifa for حبا منصوب. It could be jamman, could be a sifa for mal, or it could be a sifa for al-hub. So jamman could be a sifa for hubban, or it could be the hal for mal, meaning much money, because jamma means much or abundance. So you love a lot of wealth, it could mean that, with a tremendous love, or it could mean that you love wealth tremendously. Both of them have the same meaning, just give you a slight different nuance to the understanding there. طيب. As for the tafsir of this ayah, then Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا, meaning that you love wealth with an abundant overboard love. So you are diligent and you strive to gather it and to save it, almost as if to collect it, and you do not spend it in good. And as a side note or a point of benefit, Allah Azza wa Jalla uses the word al-jam, meaning al-kathir, meaning a bunch or an abundance, hubban jamman, meaning hubban kathira, a lot of love. ووصف الحب بالكثر مراد به الشدة. And by describing the love here by a lot, then it means intense love. لأن الحب معنى من المعاني النفسية لا يوصف بالكثرة التي هي وفرة عدد أفراد الجنس. Basically saying that love it has a meaning that it is not normally described with kathra, right? So it uses the word jam. ومعبر به عن معنى القوي الشديد. So it doesn't really mean a lot of wealth, or it could mean also a extreme love, an overboard love. And this shows that having a love for wealth is blameworthy. And because going overboard in something causes a person to strive to acquire it by means which are not right, means which he does not have a right to acquire them, such as stealing or bribery or appropriating and taking the trusts that you are entrusted with, and so on. So having this love for wealth here is given to us as something blameworthy. To be happy with what Allah gave you, the qana'ah, the contentment, is something that is praiseworthy, while having a love for wealth is something which is blameworthy. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to set our minds and our thinking aright and to protect us from those things which are blameworthy. We'll see you back tomorrow with the 21st ayat bi'idhnillah. Remember, we are going to start 1 hour earlier, inshallah. 1 hour earlier. So 8 p.m. Mecca time. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu